Hey guys, I'm the Great Jedi and welcome back to the channel. Now today, we're back at it with another Star Wars news update, and we got some awesome information regarding 3 brand new Star Wars games and a possible way for you to get Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for free, and even some Star Wars Battlefront 2 information, so be sure to stay tuned to the very end. So, it has been confirmed that EA and Lucasfilm Games have 3 new Star Wars titles in development from Respawn Entertainment. Now, we don't know much about these 3 titles, but they still shared a little bit of information of what we can expect. So, let's get right into what they gotta say. Electronic Arts and Lucasfilm Games announced today that they will join forces once again for 3 new Star Wars titles. The next title in the Star Wars Jedi franchise, a strategy game, and a first-person shooter, all currently in development from Respawn Entertainment. Shepherding the next installment in the Star Wars Jedi story is game director Stig of Respawn. Peter, game director who has a long and accomplished history with Star Wars, leads the development of Respawn's Star Wars first-person shooter. A new studio helmeted by games industry veteran Greg will create the new Star Wars strategy game developed through a production collaboration between Respawn and Bit Reactor. Respawn will produce the new strategy game, while Bit Reactor leads development on the title. Now, if you're not familiar with Bit Reactor, they are a new independent AAA video game studio founded by the developers of XCOM and Civilization, with a mission to create genre-defining game experiences. Now, they go on to say that we are excited to continue working with the talented teams at Respawn. They have demonstrated excellence in telling epic Star Wars stories along the best in-class gameplay across different genres, and we are looking forward to bringing more amazing experiences to the galaxy far, far away. Building on the previous success of our EA relationship, this new collaboration highlights the trust and mutual respect shared between the world-class teams at EA, Respawn, and Lucasfilm Games. All fostered by the expertise and passion within each team, we will create thrilling original games for diverse audiences across the Star Wars galaxy. Now, working with Lucasfilm Games on a new FPS in the Star Wars galaxy is a dream come true for me, as this is a story I've always wanted to tell. And he also previously worked as VP on development at LucasArts, and he was the executive producer on the original Star Wars Battlefront games. Vince Zampella, Group GM and founder of Respawn, will oversee this new phase of EA's relationship with Lucasfilm, building on Respawn's award-winning history in game development and expertise in telling compelling Star Wars stories. We are huge fans of Star Wars, and we are thrilled to work with Lucasfilm Games on new titles that we have wanted to make for years. Now, if you want to make great Star Wars games, you should come join us on our journey. Now, with all that said, I've got to say I'm pretty excited, and it's about dang time they finally confirmed Star Wars Jedi 2. I mean, they've been teasing that game for the longest time, but you know, the fact that they're even making a Star Wars first-person shooter is also so awesome, and even a strategy game as well. I mean, this is all great to hear, and I obviously have my concerns about the Star Wars FPS game and the strategy game. I mean, at this point, that's pretty much inevitable for me, but based off of the information that we got, I gotta say I'm pretty satisfied, especially since I wasn't expecting anything at this moment, and they're also bringing in people that have experience in past Star Wars games, like the original Battlefronts. I mean, that's awesome. Now, while we're on this news, Tom Henderson has been continually communicating with us, and that's great. If you guys don't know who Tom Henderson is, he's a pretty credible leaker. I've talked about him in the past, and you know, he's pretty legit for the most part. If you guys want to know more, then feel free to check out some of my past Star Wars news updates, or you can even go ahead and do research for yourself. But for those that watch this series that I make, you guys know that I only talk about the legit stuff, and I just don't want to go ahead and talk about those leaks unless they're, like I said, legit and they have credibility to them. And for anyone new on this channel, I do have a pretty good track record. If you guys want to go ahead and check me out, feel free to do so. But anyways, this is what he has to say regarding Star Wars Jedi 2. Things are set in motion to reveal the next Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game by Respawn Entertainment. Following today's announcement that LEGO Star Wars will release April 5th, a May 4th reveal now seems incredibly likely, expected to release Q4 of 2022. So for those that don't know what he's really saying right now, he's basically saying that we will get a reveal on Star Wars Day for that game, and the actual Star Wars Jedi 2 game will come out by the end of this year. And I actually do believe this is a plan, and this actually lines up with what EA has done in the past, and it was successful for them in the past, so why wouldn't they just try and replicate it and do it again? And this timeline just seems to add up just perfectly with their financial earnings call and their exclusivity contract coming to an end in 2023. So it just makes sense from a business standpoint that they really want to try and release it by the end of this year in Q4, like they did with the first successful Star Wars Jedi title that went by the name Fallen Order. And it just makes sense for them to get another massive payday before their competition comes in. Now, it could get delayed till early 2023, but we'll just have to have patience and see what happens. And since I think it's pretty dang likely we'll be getting that game this year, it makes sense to have the reveal on Star Wars Day, May the 4th. And they've done this before. Like the big surprise update Fallen Order had, that was even revealed on May 4th. So it seems like what Tom is saying here is pretty legit once again. I mean, all of this makes sense from a business standpoint, but once again, it's EA and plans change, so we'll just have to wait and see. But with all this information packed on top with what we already got regarding Star Wars games, it's looking pretty dang good, because we're getting games like Star Wars Jedi 2, the new Star Wars first-person shooter, the new Star Wars strategy game, Star Wars Hunters, the KOTOR remake, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and with a little bit of patience, we should be getting Star Wars Eclipse, and even that Ubisoft open world game that are in the works. And that's just what we know about so far. So the way things are looking right now, the future's looking really, really good for Star Wars games. I've stated and predicted this even over a year ago in this video, and now with all this information that we've been getting regarding Star Wars games, it's all adding up now. So next year in 2023, EA loses their exclusivity license, and then Lucasfilm Games opens it up to all companies, which honestly is the best decision that they can make in my opinion for both the community and them as a business, because then that just opens up a ton of competition, which is great for a Star Wars gaming fan. And based on all this information that we've been getting in just the past year, it's really seeming to be good with all these different studios working on different Star Wars games, and who knows who else is working on more of these behind the scenes. Now, I don't want to get any of your guys' hopes up too high, but just looking at how things are going, this is starting to look like a brand new era of LucasArts, but in the form of Lucasfilm Games, of course, and I can't be more excited. I mean, if the big companies can't see how big of a moneymaker Star Wars is, you better believe those smaller ones will, and who knows, that might be what makes them big. But I do have a feeling that those big companies aren't going to pass up this huge opportunity and let those smaller competitors, get in the way that easily. But we'll just have to wait and see. And, to tie this off until that competition comes, even if EA doesn't make any of those 3 new titles come out this year, and that Star Wars Jedi 2 leak doesn't come out this year, and it's just not legit, we are still getting Star Wars Hunters and LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga that are concrete by this year. Now, moving away from these 3 new Star Wars games and onto the topic of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, if you guys have a Twitch Prime account, you can get it for free as of right now, and it's valid until February 7th. So that's definitely something I just did and installed, and I can't wait to play it on stream. We're going to be having a lot of fun. Now, moving on to Star Wars Battlefront 2, for those that don't know and have just not been in the loop by not being involved on the channel, or even just living under a rock for the past couple of months regarding the state of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on PC, hackers are taking over the game with the 1 HP glitch, where no one can die. I'm sure it's just a mixture of a glitch and the hackers, but it is what it is, and it just makes the game on PC pretty much unplayable as possible without it actually being 100% unplayable, if that makes any sense. I say that because you can still get some unhacked lobbies, but I mean, you just have to keep on trying to get into that certain lobby, right? You're going to have to keep on backing out of several matches just to get one normal one, and hopefully just, if you're seeing the matchmaking process, hopefully it doesn't repeat, I mean, if you guys have been in any one of my PC streams lately, you guys know how it is, and I gotta say, I am extremely blessed with my position, because it seems like some people even have it way worse than me. I mean, this game has always had its issues, but this is pretty next level if you ask me, because, it's been happening for a few months now. Even to this day, there's still no fix whatsoever, so you can imagine how the Battlefront experience is for brand new players, especially during this time of the year, with this being around during Christmas time as well. I mean, this is probably one of the most crowded times of the year for Star Wars Battlefront 2, where it was about a month ago, since, it's not receiving any more updates anymore. And I gotta say that this experience isn't welcoming to the new players that just bought this game for like 20 bucks. I mean, how mad would you guys be if you bought a brand new game for $20 that you thought would be fun, and then you go ahead and wait a week for that huge game to download, decide to hop on, and then just get endless matches where no one can die? It's pretty frustrating, and I'm not even talking about the other hundreds, if not thousands of bugs in this game, the horrible server lag, ridiculous game crashes, or even the falsely advertised events that they can't even get to work, like the most recent unlimited power event that only happens twice a year. And each year, it's the same thing, and it doesn't work. Sometimes this company just blows me away. I even really try to understand where they're coming from, as I did in this video, but sometimes, boy, it's just hard, and there's no excuse or valid reason for it. You should not be able to buy this game on PC right now. They're ripping players off within an unplayable game at the moment, and they have been for months, and it's not right. Although, I will say that we are getting a little bit of better news in the form of communication from them. They not only noticed the issue, but they finally said that they would fix it, which is absolutely great to hear. Who knows how long this will take, but at least they're finally doing something about it, and they're working on it. And would you look at that? CEA, just a little communication can go a long way. And I know what you're thinking. This is just a lot of bad news for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Well, yes, you're right. But we also got some good news from this, because the modders went hard at work, and they have been for some time now. They created private custom servers for us PC players, known as Kyber servers. So this couldn't have come at a greater time. The Kyber servers really do their best to counter those 1 HP hack/glitch lobbies, because they don't exist. It's all custom. And there's just so much you can do with them. It's a complete blast. And I'm not going to go ahead and go over all the good stuff that you can do on there, because then this video would just be a whole lot longer. So I'd rather just have all that good stuff in like my mod video, or an entirely new separate video. And I'll say that I've personally never did the whole mod thing until recently. That whole process wasn't really for me until recently, where I just taught myself. And I gotta say, I'm just so glad I did. It's literally an entire new experience, and it really does kind of feel like Battlefront 3, we're as close as we can get to it for a long time. Now, with this said, if you guys are interested in this stuff, like the mods and the Kyber servers, or how to do that entire process, be sure to subscribe, because I'll be going pretty in-depth in that stuff, and I'll even have troubleshooting issues, and it'll be coming out very soon, so subscribe if you're interested. Anyways, that's going to do it for this Star Wars news update. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something, and if you did, please consider using the Force to smash that like button down below. Only if you enjoyed, of course, and if you disliked it, then dislike it, and please give me your constructive criticism in the comments down below, so I know how to improve these videos and make them better and better. And if you do want to be caught up on all the Star Wars news, or, just like great Star Wars content in general, or even amazing streams, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell down below. It's completely free, and it helps out the channel. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Feel free to comment something. I like to talk with you guys. Don't let anyone steal your joy, and may the Force be with you always.